Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're reacting to House of the Dragon Season 2, Episode 2. And y'all, that first premiere episode had me shook. So I always want to preface these House of the Dragon reactions with, I am not a book reader by any means. I had a few, because I was really into like Game of Thrones lore. So I kind of watched, like those react or those review videos that you see on YouTube that people who are really deep into it. So I knew about Blood and Cheese, but I didn't know about them killing the kid, but I knew that that was a storyline. But I know some of the dragons, and of course, like, we obviously know like how this story is gonna end, but I don't know all the little details that are from the book Fire and Blood. So I'm just watching this completely as a show viewer, so disclaimer. But Jaehaerys is gone, y'all. So I'm glad some of you guys corrected me because, and I said this in my recap, I thought Aegon was kind of like Joffrey-esque in the beginning. But then I realized, like, oh, he's not Joffrey. He's just kind of like, I don't even want to say dumb. He's just not prepared to be king, essentially. And he's nowhere near Joffrey. So I want to reiterate, he is nowhere near Joffrey, okay? But I do feel bad for him that he lost his son, and like seeing his reaction's probably going to be hard, or it's going to be sad. But I feel bad for Rhaenyra when she lost Lucerys. So, and my big thing with Aegon is, bro, you are in a war. Your top enemy, Rhaenyra, your grand opponent, just lost her son. She's not just dilly-dallying in the countryside somewhere. This is war, bro. You can't just be drinking with your buddies on the Iron Throne. Ha 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 ha. Let's have fun. Like, you're in wartime. You need to have a war council. You need to be on your P's and Q's. Aemon and Daemon on both sides of the greens and the blacks, they're thinking. They're like, yo, we're in war. Like, it's wartime. Like, let's go. So that's just kind of my biggest criticism with Aegon. Like, you gotta start thinking now. And I think now that with the death of his son, he's gonna start thinking. And now we're about to get lick for lick. Like, a son for a son. We're about to get a town for a town, a dragon for a dragon. Like, it's about to be on and popping. Again, Helena, I feel she's like my heart. Like, I love her. I feel bad for her. She's just kind of caught in this life. She was born into it. Then she had to marry her brother, and now she has kids with her brother, and she's just kind of in this. And she just seems like a sweet soul. So I'm hoping, she survives this. But I mean, I know they all die. Basically, everybody dies in the end. Alicent and Kristen Cole, like, I did see when I was like kind of reviewing some things, and especially when I was editing the episode, Kristen Cole is supposed to be guarding the family. Like, he's supposed to be guarding, he's the king's guard. He's supposed to be either guarding the king, or he's supposed to be guarding his wife, Helena, and their children. And he's too busy getting his freak on with Alicent, and I want to know what's Aegon's response gonna be, or what is even Otto's response gonna be? Is he gonna be like, where were you? Why weren't you guarding the heir to the throne? And I think this is gonna be, especially for what's his name, Larys, the foot guy. I think this is gonna be his way of kind of sneaking into Aegon's ear and being like, look, these people aren't out for your best interest. I'm out for your best interest. So make me your hand, and I can get the right people that will guard your family, because obviously these people can't. So, like, is Kristen Cole gonna be like executed, or is he gonna be sent to the wall because he wasn't on his job? Like, that's kind of what I want to see. Daemon, Rhaenyra, I want to see how they're going to respond to the news that Jaehaerys, a little boy, died. Because I want to know if Rhaenyra is going to if she's going to be upset because she didn't order this. Daemon did. And is she going to be upset that a little baby died, like a toddler? Looks like he was probably 3 or 4, maybe 5, maybe. Is she going to be okay with her side killing young kids because she wanted Aemon, and that's justifiable? You killed my son, so I want to kill you. In times of war, these are justifiable acts. So I want to see her reaction to hearing that his only heir, really, I think, died. So I want to see how that is. I'm ready to see all the maneuvering and all of these things, and I can't wait And I'm just going to get into this episode now. So here we go.
Otto Hightower was your father's, and I would think you would wish to be viewed differently.
He wants to be the hand.
I want Aemond Targaryen.
An eye for an eye. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Oh, Lord, the poor baby. Oh, they rounded up everybody. They're going to be like, how did no one see? Who did it? Who did it? Yeah. Y'all too late. Where was everybody when it was happening? Literally everybody was gone. I hope they don't kill all these people. All these people and they were just gone? They were just nowhere to be found. Well, we know where you were at. You were in something.
I'll kill them! I'll kill them all! I am the king!
Yes.
I am the king!
Anyone who says they're the king is no king. Tywin Lannister.
I declare war!
You were already at war, Aegon. Oh, I feel bad for him. He doesn't know how to be king. That was his room. Oh, his money's gone. He knows it because they took the money. So he knows that they were in his room as well. See, he thinking. He ain't all in his feelings. He thinking. I mean, I get why Aegon's in his feelings. Like, I get that. Aemon thinking. She should feel guilty.
The child is dead.
She should feel guilty.
And they will pay for this.
Who will pay?
Whosever hand did this or caused it to be done.
And what if the hand that's done it is not who must be blamed? The gods punish us. They punish me.
She having like a panic attack. It's grief though.
Some good may yet come of this.
Otto.
My son is my legacy! My son is heir to the Iron Throne!
Not no more.
And where were you?
Exactly.
Your Grace having ordered the Night's Watch.
I'm bad! Instead of safeguarding the sanctity of my family.
He was asleep. Bro, you should never be asleep.
Is there any question who did this?
Oh, here he go. Look at him. He about to come in with information. The girl that saw him told him, and he's about to come with information and save the day. And gain favor with the king. Ooh, I know it's happening.
The man we apprehended is known to us. Noted for his brutal nature. We caught him, fleeing the Gate of the Gods, with the child's head in a sack.
They caught him.
I'll kill him myself.
We do well to get what information we can from the blackguard.
We know our enemy!
A king may have more.
Aegon right. Aegon's right. Like, we know our enemy. Like, we ain't gotta interrogate this man. We know who sent him. Somebody from over there.
Tell the realm she has done this.
I'll have the realm told nothing. We were assaulted within our own walls. I will not be seen as weak.
You're already seen as weak, Aegon. They whisper in the streets. They say perhaps Rhaenyra should be queen.
Uh-oh, he's poking the bear.
I will not have my little son's body dragged through the street like a dead dog.
Not dragged, honored!
Those who declared for Rhaenyra will...
He's exactly like Tywin.
Jaehaerys will do more for us now than 1,000 knights in battle.
Be careful, Otto. Not him exploiting a kid's death. He moving like Tywin. He said, look, we need to wait and think. Oh, Helena. Is she gonna snitch and say that her mama was with the Kingsguard?
We've been asked to ride on a wagon behind his body.
I don't want to.
Oh, that's rough. You have to grieve in public, but it's the job of a royal. I mean, I know they're human, but they live extraordinary lives, so it's a trade-off. Not him all being sad.
I was hired by Daemon Targaryen.
He said, look, I'm a snitch,
He
bro.
paid us half now.
Half when the job is done.
Who is us?
A rat catcher.
He said, look, bro, you ain't got to torture me. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know. Lyra's probably going to torture him anyway, just for the fun of it. Because why not?
The works of Rhaenyra Targaryen.
It's Rhaenyra's fault. No, they didn't have to show that. They sewed the little baby head back on. Oh my God. Okay, I'm glad they didn't show that, because I get it. We know what happened. Not them fake crying. Oh no. Oh no. Potholes. Uh-oh. All right.
It is
we get to
yet
see
unclear
Rhaenyra.
how the keep itself.
And they are accusing me of having a hand in this.
At a time when we most need loyalty to our cause.
Damon's like,
Having lost my own son, that I would inflict such a thing on Helena of all people.
Naturally, seek relief and retribution.
Are you suggesting, Sir Alfred, that my grief drove me to order the decapitation of a child?
I merely thought.
Damon's like, today was a good day.
Damon, that a boy lies dead and I am accused of killing
Miss
it.
Arya provided me with names and a subterfuge. I was clear in my instructions. Aemond, the brother of Aegon the Usurper.
He said a son for a son.
If Aemond was not to be found, what were your instructions then?
They did not
Weakened my claim to the throne, my ability to raise an army, my standing among my own council.
I said no.
I don't believe you.
He said a son for a son. Damon said that. He know he said that. Now he trying to pretend like, oh, woe is me. They misinterpreted what I said. Bruh.
I cannot trust you, Damon.
Mm.
I've never trusted you, wholly.
I have served you faithfully.
Have you? Or have you used me as a tool with which to grasp at your stolen inheritance?
Oh. Damon, I'm gonna need you to pipe down. You better not hit her. If he hits her, it's over.
When I thought it meet to consider the terms
Folly,
our
a
oath
folly.
put before us.
To give up my brother's throne to the traitorous lies of Otto
My
Hightower.
throne, Damon! Mine! I think you used my words as an excuse to take your own revenge. Do you accept me as your queen and ruler? Or do you cling even now to what you think you lost? Because you thought ever and only of your own glory, and not of my father in his grief,
Your father
who
was a
needed
coward
you.
who knew I was the stronger son, that I was the leader of men, and he was afraid to be seen in my shadow.
Is that what you understand of your own brother?
Oh, you know him better than I do. Do you believe he made you heir because of your great wisdom, because of your virtue? Or did he merely use you as a tool to put me in my place because he was afraid of me?
Oof. Oof. I mean...
He could not trust you.
Yeah, that's
Any more than I can trust you.
He was a fool who sought greatness but shrank from spilling blood to achieve it, and I see you will suffer the same fate.
Oof. I mean, they both had points. They both had points. He named her his heir to kind of take a jab at Daemon, but also because he doesn't trust Daemon. Because Daemon just do crazy stuff. He's brutal. We saw that the first episode, the pilot. He was just brutal and vicious, and it's like, you know, there needs to be a balance, some kind.
Father?
Right? He just be ignoring his kids.
He must follow his own path.
So was that like her stepdaughter or her like niece or both? Uh-oh. Oh. Dragons. This is what we watched the show for. Daemon on his way out. So is he going to Harrenhal now? Such an interesting looking dragon. They taking down his little crib. Oh, yeah, you should feel bad, bruh. You're too busy wanting to get your little thing wet that you're not even doing your job, bruh. Look what happens. Rhaenyra and her kids.
Have you told anyone?
What do you take me for?
One who seeks absolution.
There is none for what I've done.
You better stay out there. What's his name? Bruh. You should feel bad. You should feel bad. You should feel sorry. You should feel terrible because you are. She gonna try to drown herself? Oh, okay. She's just taking a little reprieve, I guess.
I have heard, my lord. I'll remedy the error.
Don't be mad at him because
Where
you
were you when
stank.
Jaehaerys was murdered?
See, he gonna blame somebody else. This is why I hate him.
And you were not in the private quarters where you might have prevented the crime.
Wrong room.
But if you thought to go upstairs,
Where were you?
oh, come on.
Exactly. Exactly.
And why is Helene? Surely once she ascended, she should have... Oh, brother! Is a thief and a traitor to the crown.
They said...
First your brother betrays us. And then the young prince is murdered on your watch.
You are mad, sir. Mad? You cannot think that I did this. Has no relevance!
You have brought disgrace upon our ranks. And now you must restore it.
He's like the biggest person that like projects. Everything he feels about himself, he projects onto other people. I'm glad Rhaenyra dumped him in season 1. He thought he was somebody.
You will go to Dragonstone and strike down Rhaenyra in her own halls.
Alone. The castle is defended against all enemies, now especially. How would I enter?
Your twin serves there at the pleasure of the so-called queen. They will mistake you for him if you play the part.
Bro, how about you go do that? Pretend like you want to sleep with Rhaenyra again and then kill her. Oh, but you don't want to die. Okay. Got it.
As you command. My lord.
Do you know where he went?
Harrenhal, I would think.
Okay, so he is going to Harrenhal.
What do you remember of my uncle?
And sing sailors' shanties. He had a weakness for cake.
Sir Harwin Strong?
Uh-oh.
He was gentle and fierce.
So, do they know that that's their real dad and they just kind of like let it go? Excuse me? Where are you guys? What's going on? Oh, Aemon.
Daemon sent them to kill me.
Is he sleeping with her?
In truth, I am proud.
She's a little bit...
And he considers me such a foe.
older than I thought he would be with, but...
The boy is grown into a man.
No, not here. I do regret that business with Luke. I lost my temper that day.
I'm getting Homelander vibes. Homelander and Madeline Stillwell vibes. I said in the first episode he got mommy issues. I knew it. I knew it.
I would remind you only that when princes lose their temper, it is often others who suffer.
The king has promised us some relief.
Did he say when? I'm afraid, Hugh.
Well met, brother. After many months away. I hear Lord Corlys himself commended you for your service to him. To serve with a sea snake is to make your fortune. Had I such a chance, I would leap at it.
There is a war brewing, Adam. A real one.
Another opportunity to distinguish yourself. Remind him of your worth.
Oh, I need no favors.
But brother, he owes you.
What does he owe you, though?
Damon flies when we most need his hand at the oar.
Devotion has never sat well with him. Where he goes, he wishes to be his own master. But he is not the king.
Neither am I. But I manage.
I too have felt the crown pass over me. It is a hard thing to accept.
Pity. I have on occasion found that to be quite enjoyable.
Oh. Yeah, that's probably like a man thing. Like, even though your wife's the queen, you don't want to be... And Matt Smith played Prince Philip in The Crown too, and he had the same kind of character arc, where he's the husband of the queen, and she's over him, but he wants to feel like a man. So it's kind of like the same character, minus all the killing. I mean, I think.
The Lady Massaria, Your Grace.
The White Worm.
Tell me what part you played in their unfolding.
I had nothing to do with it. I gave Damon 2 names. That is the extent of it, and I did not wish to do that much.
He's gone.
For how long?
A week? Or forever, I do not know.
He does do that, doesn't he?
Tell her about her husband.
You remember me now.
The fake wife.
He said he would marry you. When my enemy coils himself to strike at me...
I can do nothing now but ask you to honor your husband's words.
It would not serve me to set you free.
She said, psych.
At worst, you betray me in some foul way.
I have no interest in betraying you, Your Grace. For too long, I made it my aim to be of consequence. Damon, Otto Hightower, makes no difference. They will never accept me. I might as well have remained a whore.
So was she sleeping with Otto? Or no? Uh-oh. Dragon is that? Who's is that? Who is that? Is that Vagar? Oh no, I don't think so. Oh. Oh. My son. Oh.
Who are they?
Rat catchers.
What they do?
So he just killed all the rat catchers. Whoever... Is that him? Oh, yeah. Oh, he dog. Even though he kicked the dog, so...
What have you done? The rat catchers!
Oh, I had them hanged.
Idiot!
Beware how you speak to your king, my lord.
The king is my grandson, and my grandson is a fool. They are fathers and brothers and sons, and their wives and children gather now at our gates to weep and curse your name.
I mean, he's right, but... Oof.
With your child's blood, we bought their approval. After all I've done for you, thoughtless.
He right.
At least I did something.
News of Rhaenyra's monstrous crime spreads through the realm. The great houses falter. They cannot but come to our side.
I wish to spill blood, not ink. Sir Kristen Cole has acted.
And what has Sir Kristen Cole done?
You sent Sir Eric to slay Rhaenyra.
Bruh. I mean, are you stupid? And they are, but... Otto's like...
Alone?
You can't be that dumb. You cannot be that dumb.
He's pretending to be his own twin. Brilliant.
Otto's like, I'm a pass out.
God's help us all.
Right.
Instead of judgment, you display impetuousness and diminish us. You never think of your father, his forbearance, his judiciousness, his dignity.
Fuck dignity. I want revenge. My father is dead.
And we are the poorer for it.
Oof. Yeah, while he was alive, he kept things together, kind of.
He was right about you.
He made me king.
I made you king. That's number one. That man wanted
Is that
Rhaenyra.
what you think?
Exactly.
Remove your badge, Sir Otto.
Larys came,
Not
got in his
mine.
head. Oh.
You wouldn't dare.
I have dared.
Insolent pup. You think yourself clever, but without a strong hand at your side.
Give it to Cole.
Oh, poor Aegon. Poor, simple little Aegon.
In this hour, you have proven yourself of more worth than 100 old men. My new hand will be a steel fist.
You will regret this.
You'll lose. He wasn't taught how to be king. Yeah, you pick it up, bruh. I ain't gonna give it to you.
You are dismissed.
He said, you ain't gotta fire me. I quit. He's realizing Rhaenyra is the better monarch. But duh.
There is a Valarian ship in the harbour, bound for Myr by way of Pentos. I will see that you are given passage. Sir Eric, Mysaria will be leaving us. Let her collect her things, then have someone take her down and secure her berth on the Corwin.
Oh, she saw him. She knows it's not him. Oh, go tell her. Go tell her. Turn back and go tell her. Is she gonna expose him? Or is she gonna walk? Is she gonna tell Rhaenyra or is she gonna walk away? I mean, obviously he don't kill Rhaenyra right now, so I'm assuming he dies.
I thought you were within.
Sorry, lack of vigilance. The enemy is about, good sir.
His brother's gonna see him. Is the white worm gonna come back? What's her name? Mysaria? Whatever her name is. Is she gonna come back and warn Rhaenyra? Oh, that's his brother. Is that his brother? Oh, he didn't see him.
It's been a strange day. I'm restless. I will stand this evening's duty.
Oh, what's about to happen?
Sir Eric.
Believe me, I had no choice.
Brother! He came. She
Do
told
not
him.
do this.
She told him. Oh. It's like, which one? Oh, okay, well, we know which one. He gotta kill his brother. Oh. Oh.
Your Grace!
Sir Lawrence!
Oh. Oh, he locked the door. Oh, yeah, we don't know which one.
We were born together. You parted us! But I still love you, brother.
Which one is which one is the good one? You just gotta let them fight it out. Oh. Which one was that? Which brother was it? Which one is it?
Your Grace. Forgive me.
No! No!
Fell on the sword. Oh, that was that. She knows they get their lick back too.
He's young and unschooled. His faith is in steel and bone. He has not the long view.
None of them do.
The high towers still have strength, and you have a son there who'll take more kindly to instruction. Daron may yet help us in weeks to come.
Okay, someone did tell me that they had another kid, Darren, but they never mentioned him. Someone told me in the first episode, in the comments.
But we will yet prevail and bring forth peace, I still believe.
If you wanted peace, you would have had Rhaenyra be queen. That's still your son, Hook. That's still your son, Allison. Try to console him in his grief. Be a mom. Just maybe. Oh. Well, I guess consoling him is just not something she's into. Oh. Not him. See, and the audacity to have him be like, it's somebody else's fault for the things that happen. Sir, you're supposed to be guarding. You're supposed to be on your J.O.B. You too busy doing X, Y, and Z. I mean, I guess. All right, y'all. That is a wrap for episode 2. I thought the acting was great in this episode. I mean, like, superb. I think, like, my favorite scene is probably Aegon and Otto. I think I love the fact that Otto finally realized, like, oh, maybe Rhaenyra would have been the better monarch, the better ruler. Obviously. I get both sides, though. I get where Aegon is like, yo, we can't just be plotting and priming and do all of these things. Like, we got to be about that action, like, because they're about the action, obviously. Like, my son is dead. Like, we need to get our lick back, period. And Otto is like, look, we got to figure out a way how we're going to maneuver to win this war. And it's like, again, like I said during the episode, you need a balance. There needs to be a balance of strength, but also thought. And I think that's what Tywin was really good at in a Game of Thrones. He knew when to be ruthless and when to, like, yo, these people gotta die, and when to scheme and make sure that things are gonna work in his favor. Because if it was Tywin wouldn't have cared that those rat catchers got killed. He would have been like, so just, gotta take this L, whatever. Otto is like, we need these people to see how bad Rhaenyra is and to see how good you are, because he's trying to legitimize Aegon. He wants Aegon to be the complete legitimate ruler. No people like in the backgrounds like, oh, this person should have been the king or this person should have been the queen, whatever. Like, he needs to be the sole ruler, and that's how Otto is thinking. Aegon's like, yo, we got to get our lick back. So, like, they're both not wrong, but I like the fact that Otto realized, like, ooh, you were not ready to be ruler. And I think Aegon knows that. He chose me to be his heir. Bro, when did he ever tell you ever in your life that you were his heir? Like, literally, like, he never even said that. Like, he never told you that. Like, so much so that he walked out of his deathbed to ensure that Rhaenyra and her son would be the heir of Driftmark, and that Rhaenyra is his heir. So, like, bro, come on now. And even Otto was like, Viserys didn't name you your heir. We literally willed you into being king. And it also makes me think that, Otto, it reminds me of what Daemon said in season 1. Daemon was like, Otto is a second son, and then second sons are like, the first son inherits like everything from the family or the father, and the second son just kind of is just there. So he has to make a name for himself. So I think that's what his whole plan was with Viserys, to be and it seems like he really loved Viserys, or he thought that Viserys was a good king, very judicious is what he said. But he's trying to make his level up in his life too, and then also level up for his children. That's why he wanted Aegon to be king. But he's realizing now that Aegon's not going to be that person, and he can't make his way up anymore. And so now we have Criston Cole is going to be the hand. I wonder how Larys, the footman's going to feel about that, because he wants to be the hand of the king. So, or the foot of the king. So I wonder how he's going to scheme to get Criston Cole up out of here. I feel like that's coming. It has to, because, you know, he wants that spot. So 1 down, 1 more to go. And Kristen Cole, like, I literally hate him. Like, I literally hate him. Like, he's the person that projects everything that he feels about himself. He projects onto other people. The fact that he wanted to go to Eric, whatever his name is, and was like, where were you when the king's son was getting blah, 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 blah. He's like, bro, where were you? Like, don't play this game for me. Let's go tit for tat. But because he's, like, the head of the King's Guard, Eric, whatever, has to listen to him. And that's why he went to go try to kill Rhaenyra, whatever. RIP to them. But he is literally awful. Like, bruh. Like, you can't blame people for your mistakes. Like, you have to take accountability. But obviously he's allergic to that. And he's a hypocrite. He's a projector, he's a liar, he's a hypocrite. Like, he's like one of, like, he doesn't have any redeeming qualities. Like, at least with, like, I really liked Otto in this episode. It kind of made me change my view on him. In terms of, okay, he's smart. He's a smart guy. He just kind of wants power, and he wants to elevate himself and his status and elevate his family, his bloodline, essentially, his grandchildren. But, like, he's still kind of reasonable. Whatchamacallit isn't. So there's that. We have Corlys, and I don't understand what's going on with his plot line. They kind of just show him, he was talking with Rhaenys, and he's like, I'm okay with a woman leader, like, I'm okay with my wife being, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, like, you know, okay. So waiting to see, like, how they're going to kind of flesh out his character for this season. Daemon is MIA. Apparently he's going to Harrenhal, but we don't know that. And I don't know, like, when he got up, I was like, if you hit Rhaenyra, like, Daemon's on the bad list, and there's no coming off of that. So Daemon he's hanging in the wind, but he's never really been a good guy. So I guess season 1, literally the first episode, he's over here, like, slaughtering people, and, you know, and he was like, oh, we have to clean up the city, but, like, bro, you're doing too much. So he has an issue. He's kind of like how Aegon is. He just wants to fight manness, and it's like, okay, let's think just a little bit. So we're seeing in these characters, no one has the kind of everything. I mean, I guess that's life, but no one has, like, the balance between let's have a iron fist and let's have a rational mind. No one has that. And Daemon, he don't have a rational mind. So we're gonna see where he went, if he's gonna be in Harrenhal next episode, or if he's just gonna be, you know, flying around, being all mad that Rhaenyra kind of told him off. And that was a very interesting conversation between Rhaenyra and Daemon. I think that it's interesting to see that Rhaenyra doesn't trust Daemon the same way her father did. And they were both right in that conversation. Like, they were both, like, Viserys couldn't trust Daemon, but Daemon's like, he was weak. And, like, he wasn't, like, weak Viserys, but he could have been stronger. And so I get both of their points, but this was an episode. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I can't wait to hear you guys' reaction to this. I really enjoyed this episode, so I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.